often referred to as nail houses or holdouts. Such as these have become high-profile media sensations, particularly in China, where the brave homeowners receive widespread support against the perceived bullying of the powers that be. Anyone who has seen the movie Up or Australian classic The Castle will identify with this. These holdout cases most often happen when the government needs land for highway building or decides to do resident relocation of the whole village if the land that it sits on serves a purpose for mining or other heavy industries. Since selling property isn't something that can be forced, some people stand their ground, refusing to take the ridiculously small buyout cash. Ryan, China resident Zheng Meiju's home epitomizes both definitions of nail house. After space was cleared for a business plaza in 2013, all that was left of Meiju's neighborhood was her jaw-dropping, pointy house. She refused to move because she thought that the government was lowballing her, even though she'd only been living in the house for a year. She continued to live in the house even after her water and electricity got cut. In 2004, it seemed no amount of money could convince the Wu family of Chongqing, China, to move out of the home they'd been living in for 3 generations. They, understandably, couldn't care less if that meant that a 6-story shopping mall wouldn't be able to be built. They held out for years until the developers excavated a 30 ft deep pit around their entire house while the family were away. They flew a Chinese flag on top. Salah Oujani's coffee shop is all that remains of his neighborhood in Roubaix, France. His regular customers may have moved on, but he simply will not sell. He's owned the building since 1965 and apparently doesn't care if the whole surrounding area is now a wasteland. His coffee must be amazing, since he still gets customers, even if business isn't quite what it used to be. Oujani even told reporters that he plans on dying at the cafe. In 2011, Portland State University had managed to convince everyone on a local street to move out of their homes to make way for their new building project. Everyone, that is, except for Randall Acker. Randall had only recently bought and renovated his home and had no desire to leave. Unfortunately for the university, Randall was also a lawyer. He fought them every step of the way. And now there's a quaint little house from the 1800s in the middle of this student residence area. In 1957, Windlass Holdings started to buy up all the property in St. Patrick Street, Toronto. Their takeover plan was going smoothly until they ran into house number 54.5. Bizarrely, it was already named number 54.5 before it actually became half a house. Half of the duplex sold, but the other half refused. So, the developers very carefully tore down half of the building, leaving the load-bearing divider wall intact. It's remained in this strange state ever since and is currently occupied, so you'll have to have your own house for now. Vera Koking and her husband bought this New Jersey property in 1961 as a summertime retreat. Over the next 3 decades they declined multiple offers to buy the house, leading Penthouse magazine owner, Bob Guccione, to started building his new hotel casino around their house. But when Guccione ran out of money in 1980, construction stopped. The house was surrounded by ugly scaffolding until 1993, when Donald Trump tried to buy the property from Koking. He aimed to expand his nearby casino and hotel and build a parking lot for limos. But still, no dice. Under the influence of Trump's legal teams, the city attempted to condemn the house under eminent domain. But Koking, stubborn as a mule, fought the government and won, continuing to live there until 2010. Edith Macefield became a folk hero in 2006 when she turned down a $1 million offer for her little Seattle farmhouse. The planned 5-story commercial development continued regardless, but had to awkwardly build around Macefield's 108-year-old house, where she remained until her death in 2008, aged 86. In her will, she left the house to the new building's construction superintendent, who had incidentally become a personal friend and caretaker to her. In 2009, Disney publicists tied balloons to the roof of Edith's house as a promotion for the movie Up. It's even rumored that Edith's story was the inspiration for the film. Carl Fredricksen would be proud.